Got your leg.
Yeah, stick the tire up to the reserve, right? Well, you're on the fourth, right?
Are certainly out in force today. You may notice those very distinctive Merseyside Invader Bagger team colours are very much in presence here this afternoon. In fact, there are 17 cars in all that are carrying the Stanwoods colours of the blue, red, and white of the Merseyside Invaders Bagger team. And I can tell you all 17 of those drivers are here in honour of Stanwoods, of course, as everyone else is. But these are the 17 that are wearing those colours. Ted Delacour in 54, 501 Steve Kay, 503 Steve Dowling, 504 Carl Jones, 508 Liam Dolan, 509 Les Dolan, 510 Ben Innes, 511 Mike Innes, 512 Alan Woods, 515 Tom Sanders, 516 Glenn Hughes, 517 Bradley Hughes, 518 John Andrew, 523 Robbie Fenner, 533 Wayne Pritchard, 542 Shane Baker, and last but definitely by no means least, 513, his old number, which is being driven by his son Paul Woods. Please do pay attention to car number 513 when it makes its way out onto the circuit, because 513, the car was actually his favourite car that was being driven during his career. It was actually at his funeral, so it's making another appearance here as a racer. So 12 laps of this first Pre-70 Bagger contest. The cars are ready and willing to go, and we are ready to receive them in action. The yellow flag is up, wait for it, green flag, and we are away. And the first one into the first corner is going to be 188. So 188 rounds into the first corner. John Reeves being caught now by 264 already. The wheel has come off like 10. He's off the wheel already. Contact with by 16, 862 on the main straight. So 516, Glenn Hughes really getting aggressive on the back of 862, Dave Kingston. And it looks like Liam Dolan is already slow off the mark. But that very long limo, 510, is on the infield, and that's Ben Innes. Kingston on the outside, 757. Disappointing start to Ian Cameron's day. But through they come, and your race, very few cars compared to what started are still running. But out in first position is still 188, John Reeves. Closing in though is 206, Mike Kingston really pushing in. I apologise, it's Dave King in 206, my apologies. There's problems on the outside of turn 4, it's going to cause a few problems. Dave King is going to push himself onto the tail of John Reeves and maybe make a move around the outside as he dodges three Mercedes Invader Bagger team. 517 has got himself out of the way. 517 belonging to Bradley Hughes. 188 is now gone. John Reeves is on the infield, and that just leaves Dave King out in first position in front of 264. Mark Whelan pushing himself into second place and holding himself very well indeed as they plough through the first corner. 688 is making his attack. So Wayne Morford trying to push by on the side, and Liam Dolan has no response. So your leader is still Dave King, closing in on the tail of Glenn Hughes in his Merseyside Invader. 264 is actually leading, so Dave King is actually recovering from a lap down. So, he's pushed 516 into a slide, and Glenn Hughes ends up on the infield. So 264 is leading, that's Mark Whelan out in first position. A gaggle of cars, and into a spin goes 517. Brad Hughes pitched into a spin, and out 516 goes with him. 5 next time. Ian Lee now goes a full pirouette on the back straight, but manages to recover. 516 isn't done yet. Glenn Hughes pushing 757 into submission. There you go, Cameron Allen. 264 leads the way. Mark Weller down in first. Exit now 516. Glenn Hughes has spun off on the exit of turn 2. Justice prevails, I suppose, but out in front is Mark Weller still in 264 as those that remain are able to continue. 757 recovering, and that's Ian Cameron on the outside, and Brad Hughes is getting back into the game. Only 3 laps remaining. Once again, Wayne Morfin is getting very toe happy on the back of Liam Dublin, pushing his way round turn 2. Up the inside, he's lost the back end himself. But through comes your leader with 2 to go. 2 to go then for Mark Weller in 264. Behind him on the track is 346 Scott Saunders. I don't think he's actually in second position. Could well be though, he's followed him for quite a long time. Maybe he's just hanging tight there, making sure he can snatch a position if he comes up to it. And the Donuts are battling on the exit of turn 2. Liam and Les are side by side, and Les going around the outside to get past Liam Dolan. And into the last lap goes your leader, 264, Mark Weller, out in first position as he goes round turn 2 and down the home straight. And 516 and 517 are dueling. Glyn and Bradley Hughes are going wheel to wheel, and Wayne Morgan dispenses with Brad Hughes. But across the finish line comes your winner. It's 264. It's Mark Weller. Brilliant victory there for 264. Mark Weller, he takes the win. Bust the bubble as Ian Lee smokes his way to a retirement. And the checkered flag couldn't have come sooner for 264. It certainly was a great win for Mark Weller. Red flags around the track. Red confused actually. I say Mark Wellard's winner, we still aren't quite sure. Between Dave King or Mark Wellard.
Well, the chaser reckons he was second.
206 certainly believes he's won it, so we'll try and get it sorted out for you as soon as we can. It's so difficult to keep track of who's where.
Anyway, we've stepped back with the nostalgia, looking at the racing of the pre-70s there. More from them a little bit later on in the evening, and we'll sort out if Kingy actually won that or not. And as I say, it's all in the memory of good old Stan. One guy who raced along him is Les, who's with me now.
I'll see.